Hello there. My name is Sylvie and this is my podcast. I am very happy to have you listening to me today. I'm gonna be talking about how to protect your energies. So I'm podcasting because I love to share topics with you that I find very interesting and relevant in my life. And I'm a German native speaker, so please accept that I have a German accent. I'm also trying to accept it even though I don't like it. Yes, and there are German and English episodes on my podcast, so please feel free to enjoy whatever language fits you the best. So, okay, now then, let's get started, and I wish you a lot of fun with this solo episode of mine. So today I'm going to be sharing, first of all, problems that I encountered, but that I also see in the world that are connected to not protecting energy or being in a way too open. And then I'm going to share, 7 things that I do or that I kind of found for myself that are very very good for protecting your energy, that help me to protect my energies. And I'm going to be talking about high sensitivity and also about being an empath, that I think a lot of people are. Yes. So first, what happened to me, or what happens to your system in a way when you always give away your energy. And maybe also, first of all, what is energy for me? I see us as like beings, as humans. We are highly energetical in a way that when you look very, very close into everything that exists, every atom, every quantum is mostly energy. So in a way we are mostly made out of energy. And I think that sometimes we forget that and we see ourselves more being material, like matter. But actually, since we are having science these days, I'm really thankful about it, actually, that we have science, and that science finds out these interesting things. Like, for me, it's still very astonishing that most of the things just exist out of energy and not out of matter. So we get influenced by others the whole day. I mean, we can say it like, oh yeah, they were having a bad vibe or something like this. You can definitely perceive that, and I'm sure you are not a machine. You're sensitive to your surroundings, the emotions that are around you. And in a way, I see that, or for me at least, I'm also having conversations with people about this, but for me, energy is also emotion. So the emotion you have is, for me, the energy you give into the world. So that's maybe, a problem that you might encounter when you say, I always want to be open to everybody, or I always let people into my heart, because why should I close myself off? That's what I thought. Because I thought like, the world is already so closed and most people are trying to protect themselves and stuff. And I think it's definitely valuable, this opinion. And I still believe that being open is the most beautiful thing to share with people. Although I learned a lot about it, and I learned that when I'm opening myself, I'm also giving my energy to people. And I learned through a lot of sickness, through a lot of pain and panic attacks actually that I need the energy myself. And I'm giving energy to people with paying them attention. In a way, your energy is also your attention. Your energy is your emotion. So if you give somebody attention, you give them your energy. And I just learned that it's very important to be, and that's maybe the kind of the first thing that I do to protect my energy, to be more selective about who you want around you. And that starts in your job, that starts in your school, that starts with your friends. Family, we cannot choose so much, but still it's very, very, very important to be selective about this. And I think I didn't do that for a long time. I just kind of, whoever approached me, whoever wanted to be in contact with me, also I let in, because I thought, they want to be in contact with me. Why should I close off myself to them? And I think that this, in a way, is nice. Like I was nice to them, but it also, made me not setting my boundaries right. And for that, I also recorded a podcast previously about setting boundaries. So if you want to hear more about this, and if you struggle with setting boundaries, you can listen into that. But yeah, that's kind of the first thing that I would advise, or that works well with me, is really like being bold about selecting people for yourself that where you have a positive feeling, or like a feeling of, I can be myself, I can I'm whole, I'm safe, I'm warm. And I know it's scary also, because maybe you're with people that are not that, and if you start being selective about them, you might you might be alone for a while until you find new people. I share this fear. If you have it, I share it a lot. But still, I also now see that it's so much more worth it to, and that's the second thing that I found, to actually be alone than being with people that are toxic for you, that are not the right people for you. So the second thing that I do to protect my energy is being alone. Because if you're alone, you can recharge, and you connect again with yourself, and you can feel yourself again. And I think it is such a bold step to decide to be alone, when you can be also with others that are maybe more interesting or more exciting or whatever, but to really feel yourself and feel what is important for you besides of what is important for others and what they want, to really feel that, and then take decisions that match with your inner compass, that match with your values, is extremely beautiful and important. And that's my second advice, to be alone, and prioritize also being alone for yourself. And that also very well fits into grounding yourself, because grounding yourself is then a moment for you to recharge. So what I do is I look in the sky, I feel my feet. That's really nice to ground myself. I mean, grounding myself and looking in the sky is maybe a bit opposite, but it grounds me very much to look in the sky, because I realize that I'm part of a very huge universe, and I'm sitting on this earth, and this earth is my home base, kind of. And I sometimes imagine roots from my feet going in the ground, connecting with the core of the earth and giving me like earth energy. That helps me a lot. And that also brings us to another visualization that I do as well to protect my energy, is to imagine like a ball around me, like an egg of light. You can imagine white light if you like that. I had a teacher of mine, he told me about blue light, so maybe blue light is better for you. You can feel into it. So just feel like imagine this bright light, this blue light around you that is protecting you. You can do that in the morning, you can do it in the evening to clear your your thoughts, your mind, your aura. And it helps also in situations where you feel that you're attacked, to just imagining this energy shield around you. And you can just try it out, maybe right now, wherever you are, to imagine this bright light around you, and maybe you can feel a little bit of a difference. And you're gonna remember next time when you feel uncomfortable with other people, or if you feel drained, to clear your aura like this. And that also is a point where I also wanted to say something, because often I think we are all extremely sensitive beings. Like I said in the beginning, we are all made of energy, and I think on our daily lives we often forget that. And I'm sure you deep down you are sensitive enough to feel who is taking your energy away, or who's actually giving you energy, in a sense that they are a good influence on you. And often we feel it, but we don't know it. We see it, but we don't want to see it. And this is a little like just a reminder on yourself to be to be sensitive, in a sense that also to allow yourself to be sensitive, to allow yourself to feel these little nuances of, oh, this was actually healing or good for me, now I feel better, and oh, this is actually not good for me. And it starts with little body feelings, like a stomach ache can tell you a lot about if this person was a good influence or not. And I think it's just, it's also this idea of being sensitive is a problem. I just wanted to say that right now, that I think that sensitivity is actually your biggest, magic. It's amazing. You are sensitive, and whatever you feel is whatever is there for you in this moment. That means that being sensitive is actually extremely powerful, because you can sense nuances that are there and that are existing that you need to know. It's being about sensitive about your body, it's about your feelings, and being like selective and sensitive and awake to them can tell you so much about yourself. It can tell you a lot about others. And I just want you to know that I really appreciate your sensitivity, and I think, to be honest, it's so needed. We need you to be sensitive, and I know it's so hard. It's so fucking hard, because this world is not made for people to be sensitive. But I really think that the world is gonna change. It's gonna change so much. And in that, like, for the new world, we need you to be sensitive. We need you to be sensitive to yourself and to your surroundings. And because otherwise we will not survive, I think. And yeah, that's beautiful. It's beautiful and it's hard. But that's why, so in a way, if you're sensitive, you can feel a lot. That can be overwhelming. Then you can have panic attacks. Then you can have anxieties. But right now we are trying to protect our energies, and that will help you to be sensitive, but still having a good shield around you where you know you can only let in things that are good for you. What I also sometimes imagine is that there is only good things that are positive for me coming through this shield of light, and the bad things are like, they're like, I'm like a balloon and things like pum 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 throw against it and they just poof, jump off again. Yeah. So yeah, something I also do besides of putting the light around me and being often alone when I feel that I need a recharge, really prioritize this. It's super important. Also sleeping alone, very important, especially for when you don't have a lot of energy. It's good to sleep alone. Grounding yourself and being selective about people around you, and not always opening up for people that you think are not kind of good for you, is that I try to clean up my space in the sense of just trying to give me a feeling of being safe, of being organized. And it doesn't need to be big things, but for me it's very important that I make my bed every morning. So I hate to come in my room when my bed is like shit. It needs to look nice. And then other things can also be a bit, here and there. And also for me it's very important to just clear my head with always doing the dishes. So I try to always do the dishes in the moment I make them, because it just refreshes my mind. And and then the last point I have on my list for now is to kind of don't judge, to become free of the thought that you are better than others, in the sense that if they are negative and you don't want to be with them anymore, or I don't know, somebody did something to you and you felt their bad vibes, and people are not answering you, or I don't know, doing things that you think is not right. It's also like, protecting yourself is also protecting yourself against thoughts that are toxic, that you don't need. I think it's very important to feel that somebody did wrong to you. But I find for myself that not judging in the end is also better for me, because I am an empathic person, and I see when people are struggling and they are doing things that are not right for them and not right for the world. I try to just see that there is something in them that they need, why they do it. And it can be because they think they cannot do better, or they need to do things in order to, I don't know, have self-worth or whatever. Or they are just in a shit position for themselves to be in, and that's why they act this way. So I try to not judge. Of course, I do judge as well. I'm a human being. Also, not judging yourself for judging yourself or judging others is very important. So yeah, that's also something I do to protect myself. Yes, and in general, there are just people that are called empaths. I don't know if you ever heard about it. These people, in a way, it's a psychological thing to be categorized in, or being high sensitive is also a thing. I definitely identify as being high sensitive. Maybe if you are not knowledgeable about this, you can research a bit into it. It helped me a lot to understand what I actually am, and to also do the steps in protecting myself and seeing that I'm different than maybe most people. I don't know, maybe everybody is actually high sensitive, but yeah. And for empaths and high sensitive people, it's also very important to just maintain distance, like physical distance, to people that are not really influencing you positive. It's also beautiful to take deep breaths into your belly, to ground yourself with that whenever you feel attacked. Breathing into your belly, seeing this like aura around you, this light shield. To say also no, of course. That's the same thing. Also something I didn't say before, of course, is very, very handy, is to meditate. In the morning and the evening, even though if it's just 2 minutes or something, meditation is really much helping you to protect. And I like to end on this because I really love meditation. I think it's a very powerful tool for all of us, even though it can be practiced in very many different ways. I sometimes also meditate with open eyes. I meditate when I feel I meditate when I do yoga. And so I hope you have a very protected day. And I love you for your sensitivity, and please don't shut it away. It's just gonna cause you more harm if you shut it away. Trust me. Your sensitivity, if you don't live it or feel it or allow it, it's gonna find its way somewhere else. If it's manifestation in sickness or something else, it will come out. Your emotions are eventually find a way to express themselves. Because how Luna said in the last episode, everything that your emotion wants is to be felt. That's the first step. I am very, very, very thankful that you have listened to this episode, and I hope it helps you to remain strong inside of yourself, strong and sensitive. And I hope, now my neighbors are a bit loud. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions or if you want to reach out to me, please do so. I have Instagram, Solveig Weimar, and I wish you a lovely day.